Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Benji. I have a saber that I finished up here recently. This is a project that is a collaboration on in a build for a Starkiller 2.0. So the 2.0 is built from the Starkiller 2.0, 2.0 SK. It's built from a Graflex 2.0 kit. So this is constructed. A lot of the cuts and all the heavy lifting was done by Shane, who provided the hilt and asked me to do it for him. There was a lot of moments where I was helping him, and here's how you do the cut, here's how you drill and tap. We did a lot of, back and forth. He really wanted to build one himself, and yeah, it's really it turned out great. Once I got it, it was the cuts were done, all that stuff was done. I didn't do the shroud cut or the core cut. The only thing I did was lay in the bars. He sent me some bars. These were the only ones that I could make work through the kit, but it turned out pretty cool. This has a CFX in it, which is what he prefers. It sounds really good. The chamber pieces we went with was he has the stock pieces, right? We decided to go for just the bottom one and then do the top. I like to do like 7/8 inch heat sinks with a Graflex thumb screw to catch the crystal in there. And one of the reasons we did that was because he has shine through, and like, dude, whoever cut this, I don't know if you did it, Shane, this is cut to like one thread. So like this thing just threads on and it's on. But it has a glass eye that you can get some shine through in that. So I had to design a holder to go into the 7/8 inch heatsink, which caused a lot of cram foo-ish nature. But so once this got to me, I trimmed up some stuff, cleaned up some stuff. I created a wire channel on the back end of the core, which you should do whenever you have these. I did some heat staining. I don't know how well you can tell. You can definitely see it in the pictures and in person. This thing has a lot of heat staining. So I did some heat staining and I did weathering, and then I did the chassis and install form. So this one is just a CFX SD card side up, which is what he preferred, which is what I prefer, which I've already got a battery in there, which I know some people, well, actually I only know like one person who really ever cried about that, but yeah, there you go. Shane, if you ever wanted to get USB access, which I don't really think you would ever need to or want to, you can lift the board up. It's just a press fit, so you can pop the board up, plug in a USB, do whatever it is you want to do. If you wanted to mess with rice or any of that stuff, and then pop it back down and it'll pop back in place. There's no adhesive or anything, it's very tight. I got real quartz crystal in there, which he sent me a bunch of crystals, which was awesome. You got your activation up top and auxiliary on bottom. And yeah, there's already a battery in there. Fully enclosed 20mm speaker. This thing is loud, man. The whole hilt vibrates, the whole saber vibrates. Whenever you can enclose those speakers, I say this a bunch of times, I mean, there's no sound escaping, and it's perfectly tight with the handle. There's no gaps, nothing. It's just shotgunning sound out that. The pommel is also made by Phil Guinness at Caluminium Customs. Caluminium Customs sabers and props. Weathered up the body. Heat staining, weathering, nastiness. I mean, SKs just look good when they're dirty, man. Like straight up, at least a little bit. So let's go ahead and wake it up. I got a quick ignite set for you, so it just already jumps up. It'll skip the boot. Got some good shine through. Got your CC Sabers neopixel connector in there. And we talked about how I accidentally shipped off your blade plug to Jeremy. He'll bring it with me. I'll get your blade plug back, man. But there you go. So again, this thing is loud, very, very loud. I don't know if you can even hear me. That sucker is stupidly loud. Oh, it feels really good. Bunny ears. chamber looks great. I put a little bit of that perforated steel behind it. And then, hard to tell, but you got a little bit coming down. In person it looks really cool, but you can see the actual light through the chamber piece. There we go. Dude, this sucker is stupid loud. So I got my printer going. Sorry guys if you hear a little bit in the background. I'm printing up a stand for one of my personal hilts. So this takes a 7/8 inch blade, obviously, with the 2.0. So you don't want to slam it down in there, just kind of work it, you know, until it gets there. There's something about a really good sounding hilt. I mean, that purr is just, it rumbles. And then it changed colors. I got you on twist, press and twist. And yeah, then you can go, you know, rotate to whatever color you want. There's a lot of colors on here. Let's go with red. I changed your UI, which is like the user interface. Looks so good in the red. So it has my boots and like a bunch of noises. And then I also did whenever you change fonts, I did proxy and then the meditation background. So you'd hold.
Accessing Imperial records. Green.
Meditation background scene, which is this scene right here, right? And you got just the standard.
The crucible.
And then yeah, we'll stop whatever you. A little bit more quiet of a font.
Accessing Imperial records.
Shoto's pretty good. Yeah, man, this thing is loud as shit.
Youngling.
This is just
System.
Nightfall.
Crystal.
Nebula.
Gray meat.
I'm just gonna go back to gray meat. I love gray meat. One of my favorites. It's a very good sounding font. I'll go back to that blue. Love that blue. There you go, man. Whoop. Did a great job on your first Starkiller 2.0 build. You did a great job. This thing is very fun to play with. I hope you enjoy it. I know we talked about you wanted to do some copper here. I would say if you're going to do that, try the copper tape, but then you're gonna weather over it. But personally, I don't think you really need it, man. This thing looks pretty good as is with all that. I did E6000 the bars and the plates like you had it, along with the pommel. So if you ever need to rearrange it, I have it lined up and pretty tight, so you should never really It should never clog too much. It's already pretty tight on there. So there you go, man. Very happy to have it done for you. And I hope you enjoy it. I'll get with you on anything that needs to be changed or fonts added or any of that stuff. I'm pretty sure you can do it yourself, but appreciate you, bro. Appreciate your patience, as always. Thank you guys so much, and I got plenty more coming. I'm going to try to be doing a lot more content lately, but until next time, may the force be with you.
Stuck up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder.
Scruffy looking.